Hi, this is Julie Cohen, and I'm speaking with Steve Schloss, Chief People Officer at the United States Golf Association for 3 Minutes Max. Steve, tell me, what do you believe is the most important characteristic for an effective leader?
I think the most important characteristics is what I call situational dexterity, and that's the ability for a leader to adapt and respond to the situation at hand, be very conscious of their behavior and context.
So how does someone develop that?
I'd say one of the things importantly here is to probably have more of a learning mindset that you're viewing every situation as an opportunity to learn and improve for the next situation that you could face, which could be the next hour, the next day, or the next week.
Awesome. Um, so let's look at the other side. What can derail a developing leader?
I have two actually. One is the inability to process and action the feedback that you're given. Oftentimes people want to get feedback, but once they receive it, they're not sure what to do with it and actually how to respond by virtue of getting it. And the other, which is in the role itself as being a leader, which is learning how to self-manage yourself and the work that you're doing while managing a team. And that tends to be an area where developing leaders try to understand and balance the interest to both be a contributor as a professional, but also helping others contribute too.
Yeah, spot on there. I like that. Um, Now about you. What do you do to lessen stress, overwhelm, or burnout?
Oh boy, a few things. One is I try to understand my work boundaries and structure my time so that there's personal time, there's team time, there's time for interaction, and there's time for thinking. And so I tend to be an uber organized kind of person, so it might be easier for me. But at the same time, one of the things that I've learned is to accept the fact that I'm just not in control of everything. And so to reduce my stress just by knowing that things happen when they happen and you have to learn how to adapt. I also like to get outdoors, particularly in the current environment that we're in, whether it's walking, hiking, or playing golf and using the time just to be at peace. And then the third, I'd say fundamentally, is having music on in my background. And whether it's in this call right now to just think time, music is important to me.
That's great. It's so good. You're clear on what feeds you. So last question. What has made you most satisfied with your career?
When I look back on my career, I'd say taking ownership of my journey, that all the steps along the way, I've very much been trying to create a path that relates to a blend of learning and living my values. Learning is a big part of that, creating great relationships. And as long as those things are present, it's given me opportunities to pursue things that I enjoy. Maybe it's a pivot to take on added areas of focus for me, which is having a side coaching practice and advisory. And it's a way of, by taking ownership, it frees you from not so much responding to what's around you, but proactively setting a path for yourself and doing so in a values aligned sort of way.
That's inspiring. Well, thank you, Steve, for sharing your expertise and insight for 3 Minutes Max.
Thank you.